You've heard of King Solomon, the wisest king in the Bible, but there's a truth that almost no one dares to tell. Behind his throne there is more than wisdom. There are dark secrets, magic, summoning demons who serve him, and a ring that can control the invisible world. They call him a holy king, but in the dark, Solomon is the greatest magician that mankind has ever known. Solomon was gifted with extraordinary wisdom, but he did not use that wisdom to write books of philosophy. He used it to build the mystical temple where souls were imprisoned. The two pillars of Boaz and Jachin, they are not just architecture. They are energy gates, symbols of the two poles, of yin and yang, of life and death, of this world and the next. Solomon understood, to rule over people, one must first conquer the invisible forces. An angel named Michael appeared to him and gave him a ring engraved with a six-pointed star. With it, Solomon summoned and controlled 72 dark spirits, ancient demons that represented the darkest aspects of humanity. No one could resist the ring, be they rebellious spirits, demons from hell, or wandering ghosts. All knelt before the king, and he began to harness their powers, one by one. There was a book that was not allowed in any church. It was called the Testament of Solomon. In it, Solomon recounted his interrogation of each spirit, recording their names, symbols, abilities, and how to imprison them forever. Those who read it could go insane or worse, be sought out by the entities themselves. You might think it was a legend, but secret societies like the Freemasons and Rosicrucians secretly kept copies of the book. Solomon did more than summon demons. He unlocked the 72 sacred names of God, each a vibrational code, a key to another plane of reality. Each spirit he summoned, each power he learned, was linked to a part of the human being. Are you angry? There is a corresponding spirit. Are you lustful? There is a demon that represents it. Solomon discovered to control the universe. You must control yourself. Solomon's temple was more than a building. It was a microcosm of the universe. Every wall, every symbol, every stone. It was arranged according to sacred mathematics. The innermost part of the temple, the Holy of Holies, was forbidden to anyone except Solomon, because it was the center of consciousness corresponding to the pineal gland in the brain, the place where communication with the divine was possible. He did not build temples with bricks and stones, but with frequencies, symbols, and magic. The Seal of Solomon, 2 interlocking triangles, was a tool to imprison the soul. He used it to control entities beyond human understanding. This magic was later banned because it was too dangerous in the wrong hands. To this day, magicians still use this seal to summon, bind, or break invisible forces. Freemasonry calls him the first teacher. Western occultism calls him the key to all lost knowledge. Solomon did not just build temples. He built energy structures to communicate with other dimensions. Everything you know about magic symbols, mysticism, originated or was influenced by him. After the temple was built and Solomon had completed his dominion over the 72 souls, he began to change. Some ancient texts say that he abused his power, became caught up in lust, ambition, and dangerous deals. It is said that Solomon lost the ring in a moment of weakness, dropping it into the sea while bathing. But the story does not end there. A fish swallowed the ring, and many years later, the ring was found in its stomach just when Solomon was overthrown and needed to regain power. Coincidence or design? A warning. True power is never lost. It is only hidden, waiting for the right person to unlock it. From the Middle Ages to the present, dozens of secret societies such as Knights Templar, Freemasons, Illuminati have claimed to possess clues from Solomon. Some believe that the Second Temple was never built in stone, but was a hidden temple in the mind, and only those who were enlightened could see the true blueprint. During the war, many armies dug up Jerusalem in the hope of finding a ring, a book, or an ancient energy vault beneath the temple. And still, nothing is certain, except for one thing. They believed that Solomon's power was real, and whoever possessed it would rule the world. Some modern mystics have come up with a shocking theory. The 72 spirits Solomon imprisoned were not demons. They were 72 dark aspects of man himself. anger, jealousy, sloth, pride, obsession. Each entity a materialized manifestation of a part of the subconscious. Solomon, instead of banishing them, confronted them, summoned them, and tamed them. What it means. The ring is nowhere else but your own will. If you know how to summon and control the darkness within, you don't need magic. You are magic. One last question for you. The person who is watching this video until now. If you were standing in front of a summoning circle with 72 spirits, representing every dark side of you appearing, would you have the courage to look each one in the eye, call it by name, and demand its obedience? Because the truth is, you have been summoning them for a long time. Every time you get angry, every time you get scared, they appear and control your actions. But like Solomon, if you know how to trap them, use them at the right time, you will no longer be a victim. You will be the king of your own inner universe. There is one thing that Solomon left behind. Not gold, not power, but a system of symbols subtly encoded into architecture, rituals, and even language. The hexagram, which later became known as the Solomon seal, is not just a summoning charm. It represents the union of heaven and earth, of human will and cosmic order. The inverted triangle water emotions the subconscious. The upright triangle fire will action when these two triangles unite. They create a doorway into the darkest inner world where you are face to face with yourself. Nothing is hidden. There is a fatal misconception in the occult world that simply copying the Solomon seal can control spirits. No, the seal does not work by drawing. It only works when the user has enough energy, enough awareness, enough courage to control the darkness within. Not everyone can bear that reflection. Many lose control and are consumed by the demons within. That is why secret societies do not reveal their secrets. They know, if you are not ready, you will not only not unlock the energy, you can also be destroyed from within. An ancient text hidden in Ethiopia records Solomon's final prophecy. He who summons demons by my name and does not know himself will lose his mind, lose his soul, and become a gatekeeper of darkness. Is that why so many people today play with magic, but their lives are increasingly chaotic, their minds increasingly unstable? You cannot control the mystical energy if you do not control yourself, and Solomon knew it. He didn't leave behind power. He left behind challenge. Imagine this. Inside your mind is a giant maze. Each passageway is a repressed emotion. Each room is a buried memory. And in each dark corner, there is a soul waiting to be recognized. Solomon was not just a king. He was the first to dare to enter that maze, facing each demon, which was actually himself in another state. 72 souls, 72 forms of emotion, 72 gates leading to liberation or collapse. Solomon was not a king who was always powerful. He stumbled, was betrayed, lost everything, and then came back with a different realization. The greatest power is not in controlling demons, it is in controlling oneself. Perhaps because of that, he disappeared from history. No one knows where his grave is. No one knows who the real ring fell into. Yet his name lives on in every secret society, every occult book, every summoning ritual, not because he was the greatest, but because he was the first example for anyone who wants to awaken. No ring needed, no summoning circle needed, no 72 ancient demon names needed. What you need is a quiet place, a candle, an honest question. Ask yourself, what am I most afraid of in myself? Then sit down, listen to the whispering inside. Don't fight it, don't deny it, name it, receive it, and let it serve you. That is the true magic of Solomon. In his later years, Solomon stopped summoning. He meditated in the dark, and every night a dream would come, not ordinary dreams, but lessons, surreal images, and the spirits he had once controlled, now returning as guides. They no longer screamed, no longer asked for orders, but whispered. You are ready to understand, not control. Solomon realized every spirit he had ever summoned was actually a part of himself, a memory, a layer of consciousness, an unhealed darkness. Imagine, you carry 72 invisible cracks within you formed by memories of childhood abandonment, feelings of inadequacy, fear of betrayal, desire for recognition, and the regrets you've buried. Each of those wounds emerges as an entity. They are not meant to destroy you, but to be faced and resolved. Solomon did not destroy the 72 souls. He merged them, creating a complete inner map. And that says the final secret. To be a true king, you must first rule within yourself. Try this tonight. Sit quietly before you go to sleep. Light a white candle. Take a deep breath and say to yourself, Guardian of the darkness within me, come to me in my dreams, not to harm but to enlighten. Then go to sleep. No need for fancy, no need for big rituals. You will see something, a symbol, a stranger, a confusing feeling. Write it down. It could be the first soul you're about to reconcile. You wake up in the middle of the night. Recall a strange image, an owl with burning eyes, a spiral staircase leading down into the abyss, or an open door with no one standing inside. They are all symbols. Solomon once said, "The soul does not speak in words, it whispers in images." Every dream is not a coincidence. It is a coded message from the deepest parts of you. A snake, it could be a fear of betrayal. A crying child, it could be a forgotten memory. A demon standing in the distance, it could be a repressed instinct. And if you dare to look directly, these symbols will lead you to the gates of true liberation. Have you ever heard a piece of music that made your whole body shiver? Solomon once said, "The devil does not fear the sword. He fears the right frequency." The 72 spirits are not summoned by words, but by frequency vibrations, through sounds, breathing, chanting. Today you can feel this through 432 Hz sound opens the heart, 963 Hz sound opens the crown, or simply your own whisper when in an unconscious state. Frequencies connect the layers of reality. When you tap into the right frequency, spirits will not only be present, but will also guide you through your own darkness. Some ancient unpublished records say, Solomon once looked up at the sky and spoke to the teachers of the stars. The Egyptians called them Netjeru, the Greeks called them Olympians, and modern occult traditions call them Pleiadians, people of the Taurus constellation. Could it be? Solomon did not learn magic from humans, but from extraterrestrial entities, beings of light who knew how to decipher the human subconscious. They gave him 72 frequency codes, each corresponding to a layer of the human mind. Solomon was simply the first to dare to decipher it. The ancient texts quietly mention this. Each spirit Solomon calls upon corresponds to a spiritual frequency code, not a name, not a shape, but the deepest emotional frequency they represent. Agara is chaos in speech when the mind is no longer honest with the heart. Sitri, uncontrolled desire, representing distorted desires. Marbus, blindness, symbolizing diseases not only of the body but also of the soul. These spirits are not to rule but to be mirrors that reveal what people are avoiding. Solomon understood this after many years of suffering. He no longer uses magic circles, no longer chants spells. Instead, he listens to the frequencies in his dreams and maps them out into healing. 72 layers of unresolved emotions. You don't need to summon spirits like Solomon. You can activate the frequency code within yourself through sound light and real emotion. Try this exercise. Sit still and recall the strongest emotion you're hiding: fear, anger, hurt, or guilt. Begin to hum a sound, or a ah, with a vibration from your chest. Visualize that emotion manifesting itself as a symbol, a spirit. Instead of chasing it away, say, "I do not destroy you. I want to understand why you exist within me." This is the reflection ritual Solomon used when he realized the real evil is the unloved soul. The official story says Solomon died of old age, was buried in the tomb of the kings. But some esoteric texts from the Kabbalah say otherwise. They say that on the last day, Solomon goes into the meditation cave beneath the temple, leaves behind him the ring with the symbol engraved upside down, and disappears from the physical world. No body, no funeral, just absolute silence. The Jews call it Simsim, the state of the soul withdrawing from reality to become transformed into light. And some believe Solomon never dies. He just moves on to another plane, where the most mature souls can re-enter the world. As a teacher, a call in a dream, or as a part of you today, the Ring of Solomon. Not only a symbol of power, but also a key to open the deepest spiritual door. On the face of the ring is a mysterious symbol engraved upside down. It is not only for protection, but also to hide a great truth. The outside world is only a reflection of the inside world. That is the principle. As in heaven, so on earth, one of the 7 hermetic laws that Solomon was the first to understand. Did you know the upside-down symbol is a reminder? If you want to change the world, start from within yourself. It is also a message to all those who dare to embark on a journey of soul discovery. Do not be afraid of the darkness, for within it lies the unreleased light. King Solomon a legend not only because of his wisdom, wealth, or power, but because he dared to go deep into the spiritual realm, facing the darkness and the light within. Solomon's esoteric side is a message for all of us today. The greatest journey is not to conquer the outer world, but to conquer yourself. You may not summon spirits, you may not chant spells, but you can hear the call from within to decipher, heal, and be free. Don't let yourself be trapped in the superficial enchantment of power or material things. Solomon's esoteric world is a spiritual map for those who dare to awaken. If you feel this story opens a new door, please like, share, and subscribe to not miss the next mysterious videos. Comment your experiences or questions on the topic esoteric side or other spiritual topics. Click the bell so I can continue to accompany you on the journey to discover the deepest secrets of humanity. Thank you for following this journey. Remember, the light is always in the darkness you dare to reach for. There is a gate. It is not made of wood, nor is it locked with iron. It does not exist in the physical world, but it is within you. Once it is opened, you will no longer see the world with human eyes, but with the eyes of King Solomon, who penetrates through all the illusions, all the false shells of reality. In an ancient text hidden in the temple crypt, for more than 3,000 years it is written, "When a man remembers his true name, the gate will automatically open, and the original form will return." But that name is not your name. It is the true vibrational frequency of your soul. According to neuroscientists, there is a small area in the front of the brain, near the pineal gland and the frontal lobe, that creates intuition and metaphysical awareness. King Solomon once said, "You need not see with your eyes, but with your heart." It is believed that Solomon activated the divine energy gate area, where humans receive knowledge directly from the higher dimensions. When this area is awakened, you will see the living symbols hidden in the physical world, feel the true frequency of others regardless of what they say, and communicate with entities that are not of this world. I will continue with part 2 onwards if you want. Part 2, how Solomon activated his spiritual frequency. Part 3, exercises to summon the Solomon energy form. Part 4, simple experiments to open the Solomon gate within you. Part 5, warning. What happens if you open the wrong gate? Legend has it that King Solomon did not receive power from the gods, but awakened it from within himself. Every morning before sunrise, he performed a strange ritual. Sit facing the east, where the first light of dawn is born. Take a deep breath, hold it for 7 heartbeats, and imagine a 6-pointed star spinning in the center of your forehead. Focus on a secret phrase he calls the secret name of the manifestation known only to the chosen ones. The mantra is not for summoning, but to synchronize Solomon's brainwaves with the highest frequency in the universe. As soon as he reaches that state, a kind of multi-layered intuition appears that allows him to see possibilities that have not yet occurred. In an ancient Aramean text, one finds the following passage: Solomon does not speak to the spirits of the dead. He speaks to that which has not yet been born. What does this mean? He is linked to the superconscious information space, where all possibilities exist in parallel, where the future and the past are accessible as a living repository. Now pause for a moment. If you are ready, I will guide you through a simple yet incredibly powerful exercise to activate your inner Solomon form. Note, do not do this if you are in a noisy, distracted, or mentally unstable environment. As you call upon this form, it can awaken the deepest parts of your soul. Sol activation, inner sun. Exercise. Step 1. Quieting the inner space. Sit up straight, close your eyes. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, imagine all external sounds disappearing. Only the beat of your heart echoes like an ancient drum. Step 2. Draw the Star of Solomon. In your mind, imagine a six-pointed star appearing in front of your forehead. It doesn't have to be perfect, just feel it, slowly rotating. Step 3. Chant the ancient frequency, Sha Elum. This is an ancient vibration that Kabbalah scholars believe is linked to the original frequency Solomon used. Repeat silently, or in your head. Sha El Sha El This will begin to stir the dormant layers of energy in the pineal gland, and you may feel a slight tremor in your forehead, or a surge of energy running down your spine. When you reach a standing wave state in your body where all sensations merge into one, just ask the question, Solomon in me, what is my form? And then be silent. No expectations, no control, just observe. Because in the stillness, a symbol, image, or feeling will appear. That is your energy form, and from here the real journey begins. Have you sensed the frequency of movement within you? So now, let's take it a step further. An ancient experiment recorded in an ancient Hebrew manuscript is called Solomon's Gate Ritual. This is not a mystical ritual reserved for magicians, but a spiritual practice tool for anyone willing to look within themselves. The Solomon's Gate Experiment. The inner gate test you will need: a small mirror, a candle, a quiet time of 15 minutes. The most important question you are facing in your life: how to do it. Light a candle. Look into a mirror, but not in the mirror as usual. Look deeply into your own eyes in the mirror, as if you were looking at another soul. For the first 7 breaths, don't say anything. Just look. You may feel your face begin to change, not physically, but consciously. On the 8th breath, whisper your question from your heart. No forcing, no begging. Just whisper it, as if you were asking a friend you've known for thousands of lifetimes. And then, wait. If you do it right, something strange will happen. The mirror may become slightly blurry, or ripple. You may hear a word in your head that you don't understand, or a clear feeling like a premonition wells up in your heart. That's your inner Solomon Gate responding. Those who have gone through this ritual say, I no longer need answers because I know I am connected to timeless wisdom. Listen carefully. Not all gates should be opened, and not all people are willing to go through them. In the ancient texts of the Brotherhood of Shadows, a secret occult organization from the 12th century, it is recorded. There are 72 gates, but only one is for you. If you open the wrong one, the first sight will be light. But what comes after is a bottomless pit. The phenomenon of shadow feedback. Some people, after attempting the ritual without proper preparation, have experienced a phenomenon called shadow feedback when the image inside you becomes real in real life. One person reported that after meditating incorrectly, he dreamed of a faceless creature standing in a mirror, and for 3 days he had a constant feeling of being stared at every night. Another wrote, I prayed for answers, but what I got was a twisted laugh in the dark. But fear not. The danger does not come from the portal, but from your own impure intentions. If you seek power control or escape the portal, will reflect that, and you will be sucked into your own distorted form. But if you approach with humility, a genuine desire to understand yourself, the portal you choose will open the right path at the right time and place. We have penetrated into the most mysterious layers of ancient knowledge. But there is a question that few dare to face. Was King Solomon really a human being of flesh and blood? Or was he the embodiment of a source code of consciousness, an ancient energy subject, encoded in the form of a historical figure to convey timeless spiritual formulas? Some ancient Kabbalah texts and even esoteric records from Egypt and Babylon suggest that Solomon was not just an individual, but a form of universal consciousness, subject that reappeared many times, each time as a sage who brought spiritual gates to humanity. Even in a stone inscription from ancient Syria, it is written, the unborn man is the way. And if this is true, then when you open the gate of Solomon within yourself, you are not just accessing the wisdom of a king. You are activating an ancient code within your own soul, a part that has been a witness to thousands of years of spiritual evolution. So are you ready? Ready to look back into the mirror and see a part of Solomon within yourself. Ready to go through the gate, not to control the world, but but to understand the truth about yourself. This journey does not end when the video stops. It has only just begun. Leave a comment. Have you had a similar experience? Do you feel the energy of Solomon's form, or do you want me to do a sequel exploring the 72 spirits that Solomon once called? Like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the next gates. Because there are secrets that are only revealed to those who dare to look the truth in the face. Have you heard of the 72 spirits that Solomon once controlled? According to ancient texts such as the Lemegeton Clavicula, Salomonis, also known as the Lesser Key of Solomon, he summoned and sealed 72 supernatural entities called the Goetia spirits. But these are not demons as religion often describes them. No, they are life frequencies, manifestations of primordial intelligence, each spirit carrying a unique type of powerful knowledge and challenge. Whenever Solomon needed an answer beyond human understanding, he did not ask a priest. He did not ask a wish-granting gem. He summoned the right spirit, whose frequency matched that question. For example, Baal Spirit 1 helps Hyde escape the attention of negative forces. Paimon, Spirit 9, brings philosophical knowledge music and the ability to control thoughts. Andromalius, number 72, restore what was lost, find the traitor. But the scary thing is, each spirit reflects a part of the darkness inside you. If your heart is not steady, the spirit does not obey, but reflects the fear you have hidden for so long. Someone once tried to carve the spirit symbol on a mirror and meditated under the new moon. And then in the steady breathing of the darkness, they not only saw the mirror dim, but saw their own eyes looking back at them, not their own. So the question is, are the 72 spirits not out there but sleeping inside us, waiting to be awakened by those brave enough to look into the darkness? Within, have you ever thought that summoning the 72 spirits is a dangerous and mystical, real-life ritual? But the truth is even scarier. You don't need to call anyone by name, because they have never left you. The 72 spirits are actually ancient consciousness frequencies. They are hidden pieces deep in the human energy DNA, and every time you reach a certain state of vibration, one of them will activate and appear from within you. When you meditate deeply and suddenly hear a voice from an unknown place, or when you feel yourself becoming suddenly intelligent, strangely quick, that could be a spirit responding. No ritual needed, just the right vibration. But warning, if you activate the wrong one when your mind is still in chaos, you will not call for help, but will open up your own dark side. And that thing, what, want to leave? So how to prepare? The mind must be pure, not seeking fame, not wanting to gain power. Don't do the ritual when your emotions are unstable. Fear will reflect into entities. Choose only one frequency to connect. Don't be greedy to open many doors at the same time. Final words. Solomon is not just a spirit summoner. He is a mirror that reflects that all power, all darkness, all light is within you. The 72 spirits are not demons. They are 72 soul challenges for you to remember who you are. If you want me to continue making videos, activating one of the 72 Esoteric Practice Guide, please comment, I am ready below, and remember to subscribe to the channel, because the next part will completely change your perspective on spirituality and yourself. See you on the other side of the gate, where Solomon may be waiting for you.